Hello, my dear little shining stars. How are you all? My name is Shama Parveen and I am your English educator. So, today in your class, I came up with your English alphabetical book. Okay? In our English alphabets, my dear student, there are total 26 alphabets. Okay? So, in our today's class, we are going to see one by one this 26 alphabets. So, let's get start our class. So, our first alphabet is A. Capital A, small a. So, read and say A for apple, A for aeroplane, A for ant, A for arrow, and A for X. Our next alphabet is alphabet B. Capital B, small b. Read and say B for boy, B for ball, B for bag, B for bus, and B for banana. Next alphabet is alphabet C. Capital C, small c. Read and say C for cat, C for cap, C for car, C for camel, and C for cake. Next alphabet is alphabet D. Capital D, small d. D for duck, D for drum, D for dog, D for deer, and D for doll. Our next alphabet is alphabet E. Capital E, small e. Read and say E for elephant, E for earth, E for ear, E for eye, and E for egg. Our next alphabet is alphabet F. Capital F, small f. Read and say F for flower, F for fish, F for flag, F for fan, and F for frog. Alphabet G. Capital G, small g. Read and say G for goat, G for giraffe, G for grapes, G for guitar, and G for girl. Alphabet H. Capital H, small h. Read and say H for hen, H for hat, H for house, H for horse, and H for helicopter. Alphabet I. Capital I, small I. Read and say I for inkpot, I for iron, I for igloo, I for ice cream, and I for infant. Alphabet J. Capital J, small j. Read and say J for jug, J for joker, J for jacket, J for jeans, and J for jeep. Alphabet K. Capital K, small k. Read and say K for kite, K for kangaroo, K for key, K for kitten, and K for kettle. Alphabet L. Capital L, small l. Read and say. L for lion. L for lamp. L for lock. L for leaf. And L for lotus. Alphabet M. Capital M, small m. Read and say. M for mango. M for mug. M for mouse. M for mobile. And M for monkey. Alphabet N. Capital N, small n. Read and say. N for nest. N for net. N for nurse. N for nut. And N for nose. Alphabet O. Capital O, small o. Read and say. O for orange. O for ox. O for owl. O for onion. And O for ostrich. Alphabet P. Capital P, small p. P for parrot. P for pigeon. P for peacock. P for potato. And P for papaya. Alphabet Q. Capital Q, small q. Q for queen. Q for quell. Q for quarter. Q for quilt. And Q for quill. Alphabet R. Capital R, small r. R for rabbit. R for rose. R for rat. R for ring. And R for rainbow. Alphabet S. Capital S, small s. S for swan. S for seesaw. S for sunflower. S for slate. And S for strawberry. Alphabet T. Capital T, small t. Read and say. T for tiger. T for traffic lights. T for trumpet. T for tomato. And T for train. Alphabet U. Capital U, small u. Read and say. U for umbrella. U for umpire. U for utensils. U for urn. And U for uniform. Alphabet V. Capital V, small v. Read and say. V for vegetables. V for van. V for vacuum cleaner. V for vase. And V for violin. Alphabet W. Capital W, small w. Read and say. W for woman. W for watermelon. W for wool. W for watch. And W for window. Alphabet X. Capital X, small x. Read and say. X for Xmas. X for X-ray. X for xylophone. X for Xebec. X for Xmas tree. Alphabet Y. Capital Y, small y. Read and say. Y for yak. Y for yach. Y for yarn. Y for yo-yo. And Y for yoga. And our last alphabets, my dear student, that is Z. Capital Z and small z. Read and say. Z for zebra. Z for zero. Z for zoo. Z for zigzag. And Z for zip. Now, my dear kids, we are going to learn about different type of animals. Horse, camel, lion, tiger, bear, zebra, leopard, hippopotamus, reindeer, giraffe, rhinoceros, and elephant. Now, my dear kids, we are going to learn about different type of birds. Cuckoo, cock, pigeon, owl, eagle, crane, crow, duck, kingfisher, vulture, sparrow, woodpecker. Hello kids, now come with me and recite your alphabetic rhymes. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. School time, learning time for you and me. H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P. Recess time, book time for you and for me. Q, R, S, T, U, V. Sing time, play time for you and for me. W, X, Y, and Z. I will really be free when I go to bed. Shh. I hope, my dear kids, you all like this rhymes. Now what you have to do? Just revise your alphabets, okay? From A to alphabet Z. And my dear students, you have to take very good care of yourself. Bye.